overtime is the first score. You know, when you first scored a point, it game over, but it was going so long that it came down to free throws. You know, it came down to, you know, it was a foul. And then little Jacob from Riverside, I didn't get the young man's name. He missed the first one and creamed the second one. We're gonna put the video up on Facebook. You know, we still trying to work on our video issues and, you know, get proper editing in. So I'm sorry we didn't have the last. We do have the last shot, but I'm sorry we didn't have it queued up and put it on the show tonight to show you. But we will have it on our Facebook page to look at. You know, Jacob hit his free throws, and he won with the second free throw, and it ended up 9-10 Riverside age 8 kids, and it was very interesting. I want to see the young kids play, you know, and they get development and everything. And then the next this young man, I ain't gonna say his name yet because he don't want me to say. We're gonna get him on the show next month. He promised to be on the show if he's successful in some of these summer tournaments. But they came in. I'm gonna tell you where they play. You know, it's an 8-year-old team out of the Gauchos, out of the Bronx, and his coach. I'm not gonna mention no name, but I will give shout out. He brought 5 players, no backup, 5 players, and I was amazed. I was amazed to see these young players at 8-year-old, how they ran up and down the court, and you know, and everything. I'm gonna take this call on end because this is our 8:30, and we're gonna take it real quick. Hey, I'm on the air. Did you get to Zoom? Oh, yo, Joe, they said they waiting. Joe, you there? Hold on. They're not?
No, because I had to get out the way.
We waiting here. We waiting for you.
All right.
Okay, go back in, and then we're gonna take a commercial break and get you ready and get you right. All right. All right. All right. Give us a few minutes. All right. Sorry, folks. You know, the Zoom thing is not like a guest in front of us like our old show. You gotta, you know, have things linked up. But this team, I want to mention real quick, out of Gaucho, New York. They're 8 years old and they play amazing. They play amazing. Shout out to Keto, Noah, and Brandon. And that's what I'm gonna have a story on these guys next month. But shout out to these kids. They're 8-year-old and they play basketball. They fill lanes, good passes, and everything, man. They go. So we gonna have a big story with them. I'm just gonna tell you to watch out in the summer in tournaments. The Gaucho team, 8-year-old Gaucho team, and his coach, and they're very interested to play now. We got the Salt City Renegades coaches waiting. We're gonna queue them up. Let's go to the commercial break right now and get them back in, and we're gonna queue them up and talk about some football coming up. All right, this is Uncle Milt. Let's go to the commercial break in a minute and get the Salt City coaches in.
To create a perfect student athlete, you must enhance these attributes: mind, body, and soul. In other words, education, fitness, and nutrition must be a part of your life. And it starts right here at the New York City Youth Sports Initiative.
Here's 5 ways to support NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. 1. Push the subscribe button, like it, and leave a comment. 2. Donation. What you can. It will be appreciated. 3. Promote what you're doing or your kid's achievement in youth sports with our $10 on-the-screen ad spot. $10 per show or $30 a month. 4. Share this podcast show with others on social media. 5. Buy our show's apparel on Amazon.com. Thank you for your participation.
What's going on in sports in New York State, cities, and counties? Place your sports events and games on NY4NY Facebook group page. Advertise what's going on, what you're doing, and tell us where to go. That's NY4NY Facebook group. And remember to only post New York State events. This message is brought to you by New York for New York Youth Sports Organization.
All right, NYC Youth Sports Podcast, and we here with our upstate brethren in youth football. I've been up there. This organization is first class. When we did the King of New York up there, they have a beautiful facility. They treated us very well. Hospitality was good, and I get to meet these good us youth football brethren, at Assault City Renegades, and we have the president, and I hope I get the name right, Justin Klowski. I'm saying it right?
Kozlowski, you close enough.
Okay.
They call me Coach Koz. Coach Koz is easier.
I got the president, Coach Koz, and also the vice president, Tom Willer, and he also the head coach of Non-U. We want to welcome you to the show. Welcome you, New York. Welcome and put their hands up for the upstate brothers all the way out of Syracuse. And we do have football upstate, and this organization is about it too. They're about that smoke. They want it all, How you doing? How you doing, Coach Cards? How's everything?
Doing good. Staying busy. The organization. We've obviously kicked off practices. In full pads this year. The organization. I know you guys were up for King of New York last year. Really appreciate all the love we got, and ran a good first King of New York out of Henniker High School. Since then, just speaking on my organization, we've more than doubled it in size. So we're probably one of the largest largest travel organization in Syracuse, probably one of the biggest youth ones. Right now we have 6 teams, 7U through 12U, about 145 kids. And this year we just started doing cheerleading with another 40 cheerleaders. So we're about 185 strong, Salt City Renegades.
Okay, and this give me a little background. Your guys is part of what? Your AYF, right?
Yeah. So last year we just joined Upstate AYF. So we just moved into a new conference. Last year actually was our first year. Salt City Renegades was our first year as a full-time organization. We had 3 teams last year. And Tom's team last year was 8U. I was 9U, and then we had an 11U team. So now, like I said, we more than doubled in size, having 7U, 8U, 9U, 10U, 11U, and 12U all this year. So definitely growing in Syracuse. Everyone's catching on to kind of, the more of the travel, the more of the elite, the more competitive football. So we're in Upstate AYF this year. So we're the only team from Rochester or Syracuse, and then we got all the teams, Flower City, Ogden, RMG from Rochester, and then obviously out in Buffalo, we got Great Elite. Hill Butler Giants. It's a great conference with 12 organizations branching now from all the way from Buffalo to Syracuse. So, Upstate's looking good. We've never been stronger. Upstate versus everybody, baby.
Yeah,
that's right.
At least my sports show and some organizations down there, it's very interesting what's going on up there in upstate New York. We just got to know, like I put the ad out, how many teams is up there, man? Let's find out the information, the teams that want to compete and things like that, and we can make that happen. And just like I said, I said before we can rank each other, we got to play each other. Let's start with that. And this RGM was down here. They played Brooklyn Chief. And your guys is coming in August, and they got a game. Explain to them how many days y'all gonna be here.
Go ahead, Tom. That's you.
So we're looking to we're trying to come down there for 2 days, my 9U, for Saturday and Sunday, August 27th and 28th.
Okay.
Try to play two games and go home. The reason why we like to, when we go out of town, play two is because when we get in playoffs, in Florida, if we make it to Florida or any other situations where they play multiple games in a couple of days span, and a lot of teams aren't ready for that.
Yeah, I don't agree with the 2-day format, but it seems like I'm used to football once a week, but hey, this is the new thing coming with the couple of games in the week when you go to these national events, like Battle or UFL or AYF. You got a lot of games you're playing in a week time, and you got to get the kids ready for that type of format. So I understand that. You need a game on Saturday, right?
Yeah, we're looking to try to get a game on Saturday, preferably in the late afternoon, so that we can drive down Saturday morning, play the game, stay one night, come home after the game Sunday.
Okay.
So just to help with the hotels for our families, they're not doing 2 hotel nights, because we will be in Cincinnati, Ohio 2 weeks before that. So we're just trying to cut costs that way. So if we can get an afternoon game, that'd be great.
I'm putting it out there. You football people in New York, anybody going to come and help and help our youth football brethren. They need a game on Saturday at 9U unlimited weight 9U team on Step Up. You here? It should be easy for you. You got to have your own field, I guess, right? You don't mind coming to, because you're going to Staten Island on Sunday, right?
Correct.
All right, so within the barrel, they're going to Staten Island on Sunday, so they don't have them traveling all over the place. Brooklyn.
And I would like to just jump in and say, I just want to thank Mike Hinton for stepping up to play us. He did the same thing last year, and he's doing it again this year. I appreciate that first and foremost. He's like, hey, we'll play you, no big deal.
But you're talking about our Staten Island brothers.
Yeah, yes, the show.
The show 9U is playing.
Yes.
And Jay called me earlier about 11U team that he got from Hempstead, Coach Skeeter's team out of Hempstead Raiders. The 11U team is pretty good.
Yeah, and then we're working on getting up. Yeah, we're working on that 11U and a 7U. Right now, quite frankly, like I talked about our conference, our conference is really heavy on the evens. So, even throughout the year, I'm really looking for my odds to help get games, and they want to compete, right? Like I said, it's only our second year. We're ready to compete. We're ready to have fun. We're ready to travel, but at some point we want that reciprocated. It seems like nobody want to travel to Upstate. No, we always coming down there. My team came down there. New Jersey.
We working on that, man, because I'm kind of like, I'm New York for New York, man. And just like I said, before we go traveling around the country, we should play each other first, so we can see the right team and support the right team. It's all about just going. We just gonna go. It's the same mileage to me. You know what I'm saying? Well, I would go that way. You can go up north and do the same thing. They got hotels and nice fields and the same thing. Your guys are coming out your way, coming down here. So, let's accommodate it. You can go up there also. The Chiefs been up there. The Queens of Bench has been up there. Brooklyn United been up there. So, they'll tell you their experience. It was nice. it was nice, it was nice, So I mean, we can host also. We can host, and you're coming down, and there's enough teams ready to play. They need a game on Saturday, 9U division. How the 11? You need a game on? You need a game for the 7U also.
Yeah, I mean, I think 7U, Tom, we're getting close to locking in for 7U, 11. You said got Hempstead.
11. Yeah,
11U, so.
we're gonna put it out. We got to August. August is August 27th and 28th, right?
Correct.
All right, so we got time. We're gonna make that happen. And you guys gonna come and have fun. We're gonna come and have fun, and we're gonna all come and support the game the same way we did for RMG. They came down, and it was in Brooklyn, and the 10U was good, and they 13U was great. The 11U game was kind of iffy, but we ain't doing that. We're not having that no more. We're not gonna have a mishap like that.
It's all love. We're coming down there, obviously, right? We're coming to compete, right?
We're not doing
to have fun and give something an opportunity.
That energy is not happening. That energy is not happening. And everything was good until that. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't gonna bring that in. These real football guys coming, and your guys is a class act, and I saw you guys in action. Your coach very well, and your kids is very, very good and everything. So so we're gonna put that out there. We're waiting for some Zoom guests to come in and chime in on the game that's coming up, and then see when we get off the air. We get some work for that 9U, 11U, and 7U. Call in to the show. Salt City Renegades is on deck. They got the president, Coach Justin and Coach Tom up here waiting. New York City, call up to the show. Let's say hello to them, and let's see what's going on. Let's see if we can get something for them before we get off the air. And, so that's it. And we're gonna go. Let me go to a break, right? And let me see if I can get Jay in. Because Jay, I don't know, I gave him the thing. He's supposed to come in at 9:00. I don't like the Zoom because, it's times and everything. It is that you got to make sure the guy's in and things like that. So let me go find Jay, and he want to come in from the show. Y'all know Coach Jay for the Mike and Jay show, right?
Right,
yes.
right.
All right. Let me see. I get him on the phone, get him in. He said he wanted to come in. I sent him over the Zoom. I told him 9:00. All right, let's go to the commercial break. We'll be back. Hope we got Coach Jay, and we're gonna finish up this interview.
To create a perfect student athlete, you must enhance these attributes: mind, body, and soul. In other words, education, fitness, and nutrition must be a part of your life. And it starts right here at the New York City Youth Sports Initiative.
Here's 5 ways to support NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. 1. Push the subscribe button, like it, and leave a comment. 2. Donation. What you can. It will be appreciated. 3. Promote what you're doing or your kid's achievement in youth sports with our $10 on-the-screen ad spot. $10 per show or $30 a month. 4. Share this podcast show with others on social media. 5. Buy our show's apparel on Amazon.com. Thank you for your participation.
What's going on in sports in New York State, cities, and counties? Place your sports events and games on NY4NY Facebook group page. Advertise what's going on, what you're doing, and tell us where to go. That's NY4NY Facebook group. And remember to only post New York State events. This message is brought to you by New York for New York Youth Sports Organization.
NYC Youth Sports, we back on with our Salt City Renegade brethren upstate from Syracuse. And we're waiting for Coach Jay to come in and give us his, here you go. What's up, Coach? You got his audio together. Jay, what's up?
Yo.
What's up with
Yo,
this
what up, man?
picture? What's up? What's up?
Oh,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah.
listen, man.
I don't care, man. Get on. We coaches, man. Look, I need a shave too. We coaches. What up, Jay?
I just came from
Jay-
practice, man. Don't worry
Jay
about it.
coming,
What up?
Jay coming with the still picture.
What up?
we got we got the Salt City Renegade brothers up here, man, from Syracuse. Salt City Renegade coach Justin and Coach Tom. And everybody know the second half of the Mike and Jay show, Coach Jay. You got a game for them on Sunday, right?
Yes, sir. We in.
You in, and we gotta go find them a couple. You got them. Tell them the games you got them, because you told me
I
too.
got the Hempstead Raiders 11U, August 28th.
Okay.
Got 11U.
11 shout out.
And we're looking for a 7U right now for him.
Okay, and he needs.
We appreciate that, Jay.
Yeah, we appreciate that,
On Sunday, another non-U team. On Sunday, another non.
On Saturday. On Saturday.
Saturday. Saturday. So Skeeter's game is on Saturday or Sunday. Okay? Sunday. So they need another new game also on Saturday. Let's try to get it on the same field.
Listen, they know we got some good hotels in Staten Island. They was at the last hotels I know. I actually went to the hotel because one of their kids lost a phone.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about, yeah.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
I put a post out. I wanted you to give a comment on it. I don't know if you guys saw it. It was a post that I put out. And I want to talk about it a little bit. I invited some other people to come online and talk about it. And, I don't know. And, a lot of people like to talk off the phone. I like to get people on the phone, on the Zoom and everything to talk about it. And the post was, it's about upstate, because I'm a New York guy, and I like to talk about our New York teams and things like that. And it's a post I put out about knowing how many teams are up there, because I pretty much know how many, but we need to know how many teams are up there. Coach Justin was telling me where the real football is at, from Albany going back west to Buffalo.
Yeah, I was just saying, Upstate AYF, big conference. We're really trying to expand the footprint. Really excited about this year. We got, great elite all the way from Buffalo, some Hill Butler Giants. I'm just naming a few. We got 12 organizations, RMG, Flower City, and now Salt City we joined this year. So we're really doing something special for Upstate and really, expanding the conference. So we got 12 organizations in what we're calling the U Upstate AYF. So I think that's pretty powerful of what we're trying to do for Upstate, and bring all the top teams together in one conference, which hasn't been done before. So we're excited to join the conference this year. We're excited to compete in it, but equally we're excited to, it's really heavy on the evens, right? So they got 8, 6, 8, 10, 12. My organization got 6 teams. So we do got the odds 7, 9, and 11. So I know Tom's pushing it for us to try to get some games down there. So I've been enjoying the back and forth the last couple of days, but that's the reality. Our 7, 9, 11 really trying to look for work, and really give some of our younger teams are the newer teams in our organization. I want them to experience traveling to New York City, traveling and playing some good teams. So that's really what it's about. Giving these kids some experiences. They just love being able to travel, compete, and have some fun playing football, man.
And Jay, just like I told Mill off there, I said we did the same thing last year, said the same thing on Facebook messages. You guys are the only ones that stepped up last year and the only ones so far this year, and we appreciate that. We just try to get down and get some gotta get some rivalries going.
Listen, we gotta come down. We gotta come down to y'all one year.
Appreciate that.
Well, I'm up in Albany a lot because I work for the state assembly, so I'm up there a lot. So we got to come up.
It ain't that far. People be thinking it far, right up to easy. And, we got connections with Syracuse University and stuff. So, try to make things special for the kids. We don't got those New York City hotel prices either.
Don't get it twisted though. New York City ain't soft. Just because people ain't answering the call, don't worry about it. People's working. So
yeah.
Jay, just make sure you got your cell phone on, man, in case I get a flat tire on my bike on the way up there.
It just take communication. Just take communications and getting it, getting everybody on the page and getting some things together so we can help the course and everything. There's a lot of things we can do to help the course and everything. The thing is that I was talking to Flower City. I talked to a couple of other teams up there, and they all saying the same thing. They want to come down to the city. I know some city teams that want to come up there, and it's just like getting together with the traveling and everything. Because if you're going out of state, if you're going south, it's the same road, the same mallet than going west, than going north. To me, and I think that you should go north before you go south.
Let me ask you a question. What's you guys cutoff date? Age cutoff?
7:31.
Okay,
7:31.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, we can get something going, like as far as we could do a preseason kickoff or something. You know what I'm saying? Like
absolutely,
every year we can work on it. Do we just
y'all
come to us?
Yeah. See, we
like
thought
I said,
we were
this is only our second year as an organization. I know we did quite a bit of traveling last year. My team specifically, we was in New Jersey 3 times. We were in Philly. We were in Ohio. So, we definitely doing the traveling. I can tell you, no, we ain't getting the reciprocation. So anytime we can get some teams, I've been working with Will Mitchell. He's a great dude that, New Jersey Knights Elite last year. Now they moved off. Yep. So we're trying to get something set up, to try to build that partnership with teams, and make it fun. We come to you one year and he treated us great last year. Come up here, sooner, and we do the same, man. So that we're just trying to build that upstate for New York City and really compete instead of competing against the same teams, you're going to get during the league. Why not make it fun and try to compete against some other teams?
Yeah. Millen, you're going to be the head of this, Millen. You're going to be the head, Millen.
Yeah. So, the thing is that we put together something that can help the course of the travels and make something happen. We still got to work with the local leagues, and we can also come to a certain part of the year that we can interteam both of them. Like we can go up there, and they can come down there, and we can make something happen. Live stream is live, and so we have the resources and everything to make something like this go. It just coming together and making it work for us on the travel part of it. And like I said, if teams can go south, they can go north. They should think about going north. It's the same thing. To me, it's really cheaper to go north than south.
Yeah, listen, man, we go back and forth online, but when these guys came down here, it was fun. You know what I'm saying? It was respectful, everything. Even though they called Mike slipping. Mike went to go.
I already told him that,
Yeah, Mike went to go get the chains. He came back. His team was down 14-0.
Yeah, like I told him, man, we're gonna treat them right, man. And RGM came, the RMG came down. We treated them. The 2 games was right. The last game was silly. It was too crazy energy, but that's not happening. We're gonna treat this one.
Here's the good thing: right. The field that we played at last year, it's a brand new field now. They just did it over.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
We're gonna get
like brand new turf, bright colors, numbers on it, everything. Like brand new field.
Sweet.
Right.
That's nice.
The numbers are sold in. It's crazy. They got lights out and everything.
Wow.
So
wow.
What do you guys think of this post I put out? The post is that tell us how many youth football teams in the state. You got the map of New York, and it says before we can rank each other, do you think we should find a way to play each other? I think that's what we should do first. So
me personally, right? Rankings are all the rankings ain't real. There's no way you can find out what teams are this and that. because at the end of the day, everybody don't play the same talent. You get what I'm saying? You could be. I didn't see it. I didn't coach all-star teams. I didn't see kids highlight films that's like ridiculous, and then when the lights come on, it's like, where's this kid at? So it goes by the competition you play. You get what I'm saying? So if you want to be ranked, you should have a certain criteria of like the league and the teams you play that you should be ranked. And that's just my thought.
And teams shouldn't be afraid of losses. That's why I preach to my coaches and stuff. You're going to go out and just try to have an unblemished record and play nobodies just because you want a state ranking. I don't believe in that. I want to go out and play the best of the best.
Yeah.
I mean,
play,
you gotta
play tough teams, right? So, you got a team that's undefeated and they at the top, and they're, I'll just use a college analogy, and they're Ball State, or you got, a team in the SEC that's got 3 losses in comparison. So that's my comparison too. You got to look at who you play and strength of schedule. And are these teams really going out and trying to get some games and competing against top teams? Or are they just hiding and only playing the teams they know they can beat?
Well, here, for example, I had 4 losses last year. 2 of them the Great Elite, 1 of them the Flower City on a, we got stopped at the goal line to end the game, and we lost to Brick City in the regionals. All dogs.
Mm-hmm. Now, like look at college. Alabama could lose the national championship and come back the next year as ranked number 1.
Yeah.
So just because you lose doesn't mean that you should drop down from, your rankings. And you have to be in a fire to even do rankings. You can't not be here and do rankings. That doesn't make no sense.
I think ranking has to have a definition. And I was looking at this way to do it, and it is a way to do it, but you cannot do it alone. You have to physically see some teams. The deal is matchups. The thing is matchups. You got to say, okay, if this one has a record over 500, they got a over 500, record. They not undefeated, but they got maybe a lot of wins. You want to put all those teams together and see what's up, because, and then it start getting into a conversation of, well, this team didn't play this thing. Well, you want to get the final result when you put, and let's say you got 4 undefeated teams in the state.
Mm-hmm.
When those 4 undefeated teams play each other, you're gonna know what's up. You're gonna know what's up. So I was thinking like those who play above 500, at 500, and those who play below 500, and that's your rankings, right there. And then you just get the information of the teams and the leagues they play on, and you follow them. And then you start matching them up, like, let's see, this play this, and that right there would make everybody go, yeah, man, let me see how it happened. And then
say what people want about, and I know obviously because we in it, but say what people want about the King of New York, right? But at the end of the day, that's kind of what the foundation is, right? Getting teams from all over during the preseason, because everyone starts to have their season. Everyone has different national champion or national tournaments that they play in. So finding that time for teams to actually compete against each other. That's really what King of New York was trying to bring together. Obviously, I know, some people ain't with it or whatever the case be, but I work with them. So the ranking wasn't based on nothing, but it was going to the tournament. And you can't do nothing like that.
The ranking was based on getting.
It's not going to work like that because the deal is like how Battle was doing, right? Battle is looking at everybody, and they saying we want to invite you, and you.
But there's another thing too, though, Milt. How can we be ranked with a team and we are already at a disadvantage? You know what I'm saying? They have different cutoff dates. There's a July 1st.
What's the disadvantage?
There's a July. Their cutoff date is July 1st.
Okay.
I was July 30th. Battle. Like the battle.
Battle. Yeah. We've been saying that.
Like there's a July 1st. I was July 31st. So we already at a disadvantage.
Oh, so you saying because the kid is the month the cutoff date is actually a month, like less than a month, is a disadvantage?
It's a disadvantage. That's more than the older lighter. Like you already got a disadvantage after July 31st. So think of a 14-year-old that could play 13U. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A dominant 14-year-old that can play 13U. That's a difference.
Jay, my opinion is, it's like pulling straws. The thing is this: youth football is created by kids coming in, as long as they pay the fee, saying they're gonna play, and you got to develop the kid. So you're never gonna get a bang out team with 22 kids at 22 positions playing at a high level. So where you got advantages at, it's going to be disadvantages elsewhere. And my opinion, like, it's just under 30 days that the age difference is different. So what about the size of the kids and the development? It plays in the coaches, it plays into the game. This is why football is the ultimate team sport, because there's a lot of ways that you can win or lose the game.
So let me ask you a question, right? Do you believe it's an advantage if a kid reclasses?
I'm against reclass, period.
But so it's basically the same thing. It's basically the same thing.
But Jay, it's just a few people. It's not like the whole team is doing it.
It doesn't matter. That one, you know for a fact, you can have that one stud that's just unstoppable. I didn't saw it, and
Jay, that's one position, one kid. It's 11 positions, offensive, defense.
I understand what you're saying.
Ways to win the game.
I understand. So let's talk about this, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about this, right? RMG. I watch the RMG games, right?
Yeah.
The running back they have is an animal. He scores every point. So you're talking about one kid. You're talking about as one position. That one kid scores every point.
Yeah, but what did the Chiefs do? They adjusted to the kid. We don't know what that game was going to turn out.
I'm not talking about the Chiefs game. I'm talking about the game in Georgia. I've been watching the games in Georgia. I watched it live. He scored, it was 26-25. He scored 25 points by himself.
They went down to Georgia and lost. They won the first game, and the same game at the end of the day they lost.
But he scored 20. My point is saying
what I'm saying to you, this one kid is not going to beat good teams. They're going to adjust. It depends on how good the coaches is and how good the kids play, or how good the kid play on defense. They're going to adjust to this kid. The kid is good. I saw the kid. The kid is good, but it's the quality of the team.
Listen, at the end of the day, you have some teams that
if that kid played your 11U last year, what you would do to that kid? Come on. You coaching it.
You got to listen, it's easier said than done. Everybody got a plan, and so you got to adjust to it.
You wouldn't adjust to the kid?
What I'm saying is, yes, you got to adjust him. But I'm pretty sure other teams made adjustments too, but he still got to.
He carried Flower City last year too, man. So and everyone know about him. He ain't no secret.
Yeah, not a secret. Unless you're saying that you don't have a kid talented enough to step up on defense.
Listen, it doesn't matter. That kid on defense can't play both sides of the field.
Well, we might have that kid capable of stepping up on defense, but in my situation, he has to play 10U.
Now, imagine that, right? Imagine that, Milt. Imagine that kid's birthday is May 31st or May whatever, right? Yeah. Imagine, and that kid can play 10U, right? Because of the different cutoff date. Do you think that's not an advantage?
I don't. You know me. It's unlimited weight. It's unlimited weight and its ability. He's dominating
11-year-olds. So you don't think he would run around 10-year-olds? You're saying one kid is going to dominate every team he plays? Dylan, do you look at football around the world? Huh? Look at the football. I watch football every day around the world.
Yeah.
Everywhere from Georgia to Florida to Cali, everywhere. I watch videos all day. And these kids, they got dominant running. The running backs are ranked number 1, number 2, this and that.
Yeah.
There's a kid right now that's on Rare Breed. He went from an NC Giants to RDU.
Yeah.
Now he's on a Rare Breed. You know what I'm saying? This kid he's ranked. Like he's a beast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's the new generation. Back in the day, for nationals, you wouldn't win a national championship unless you had older lighters. And that's just true.
I still say, Jay, it's about development of your kids, coaching of your kids, and adjustments.
Yeah, listen, man, you can make all the adjustments. You can make all the adjustments you want, and at the end of the day, you can prepare for anybody. At the end of the day, you still got to tackle a kid.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying that, okay, he had 2 touchdowns with the Chief game. He had 2 touchdowns, right, in the first quarter. And I would love to see how that game would have turned out. They adjust to him. They adjusted to him, and it wasn't for the energy of the parent and the coach being unprofessional, ran off the field. You know what I'm saying? We would never know what would turn out. We saying like this. Because you go around the country, right? You go around the country and you play different teams and different ways, right? You know, youth football, you're not going to get 11 positions on both sides of the ball played at a higher level. We all know that. If I'm saying something different, coach, our coach brothers, if you understand what I'm saying, it's youth football. You know what I'm saying? And it's unlimited, and you got weaknesses. It depends on how good the coaches are and the abilities of the kids and the development. You know what I'm saying? You would adjust to it. You know what I'm saying? So this kid is great. I mean, he's really good. He's really good, but he still needs to be coached, and he still made some mistakes.
Let me ask you a question, Mil, right?
Yeah.
So you said 11 guys in the field.
Huh?
Did anybody catch the ball on their team?
Huh?
Did anybody catch the ball on their team?
Catch the ball?
Yeah, did anybody catch the ball on their team?
On what team?
You talking about the RMG team, right?
Yeah, I didn't see them enough. They got out of there.
Okay, so you said 11 guys. So what did the other 10 guys do? If nobody caught the ball, what did the other 10 guys do?
No, what I'm saying to you is that our first conversation was about the age difference, right? Mm-hmm. The later, it's just July 1st. Are we? That's what it is. And we at July 31st. It's a
30-day difference.
It's under 30-day difference.
No, the first.
July 1st. Okay, depends on what the week. Yeah. Okay, let's put 30 days. Is that going to be a big? That's going to be a big.
Yes, it is. It's a difference. It's the same thing as a kid that makes the July 31st kid birthday as August 1st. That makes the July 31st cutoff. It's an older lighter. Like I told you, back in the day in the Nationals, you wouldn't win unless you had older lighters on your team.
So because they 30 days older, they heavier, and their development is more better. That's what you tell you?
It is a different development. It's like reclassing. If you reclass a kid, he has a different advantage than the other.
A 30-day, Jay, I'm just trying to understand. A 30-day, because they 30 days older.
That's a month,
that's going to make them more heavier and more developed than the kid that's 30 days younger.
You're 1 year older. You're basically 1 year older playing with kids. That's really what it is. It's a difference. It's a difference.
So let me say it so I can understand, and some of the people that viewing can understand, and your guys can chime in. The kid is 12 years old. He turns 13 July 1st, right?
Yes.
But he can play 12 years. He can play on a 12-year team.
Yes, because he makes the cutoff date.
They can change that,
but they don't change it. That's the rule. That's what I'm trying to say. You.
Well, I mean, y'all can come up to the same age, the same time. Like you can use the same time.
So what I'm telling you is that when the rankings disadvantage already because they have different cutoff dates. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, but what
That's
I'm
all
saying
I'm
is,
telling you.
why can't the New York teams and the leagues and whatever come up to the July 1st? Why can't they do that? Get your vocals down. Jay, you hear me?
I can't. No, you said why can't they what?
Yeah, why can't the city teams or leagues or whatever come up to the July 1st deadline? Why can't
Because
they do it?
that's not what the national thing does.
Right.
The national age cutoff been important forever.
So it's got to be changed on a national level.
But that's Battle's national. And you have AYF, UIFL, Pop Warner, the three.
Yeah, but everybody should be at the same date.
Why?
Why not? That's what I'm saying. Why not?
Why? They've been around for years. Why would they change their age?
What do you think, Coach? What do you think?
One
What do you
week.
think,
That
Coach
makes no
Justin?
sense.
What do you think? You think everybody should be at the same date?
I mean, that makes it easier nationally. I mean, I understand the age cutoff come up all the time. I mean, my thing is if you're going to be an AYF, you got to go by the national rules, right? So you go by 731 and whatever conference you win, you got to stick by that age. Now you go play someone else that doesn't have that. They might have a couple older kids, which could make a difference. I agree with Jay. It definitely could make a difference because right now I know on my 11U team, I got 4 kids that turn 11 in the middle of July. I could grab them down and play. But based on our July cutoff, we don't.
But this is the thing. This is the thing. And this is one of the biggest reasons why we don't play each other. I done heard this excuse. Oh, this, milk. You don't understand. The deal is this. You can change this overnight. Everybody's at the same age. July 1st. Boom.
Why not July 31st?
July 31st.
Everyone else is already July. Everyone else is already July 31st.
I don't care what date. July 1st, July 31st don't matter to me. Everybody should be on the same date.
So let me ask you a question, right?
Yeah.
You're saying football. You're saying coaching football, right? Is a freshman the same thing as a senior? Is a freshman the same thing?
We talking about high school? We talking about high school?
They're getting the same coaching. Is it the same thing?
You talking about high school?
I'm talking about high school. I'm asking, is it the same thing? They're getting the same coaching. Is it the same thing?
No, I'm trying to get the reason of your question. Are we talking about a high school question?
You said the coaching. You got to coach your kids up and out of that. In high school,
No, I'm saying
a senior and a freshman get the same coaching. Is it the same thing, or is it an event?
No, I'm saying coaching. Youth sports. I mean, youth football, particular. Coaching the development of the kids in the position is the goal. Is the goal. If you get the kids in a position, you want the kids to compete in all the position at the high level. And when you got good coaching, that's what matters.
Coaching does matter. I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna stand on that. Coaching does matter because I've seen talent that doesn't have good coaching.
Yeah.
I've seen talent that has good coaching. So
Yeah.
I mean, you are trying to develop from the next level. That's what we preach on. We bring high school coaches in all the time to come work with our kids. We have Syracuse coaches, their head recruiters stop down to our practices. I mean, we're trying to develop for that next level. That's what we tell. We're trying to set these kids up so when they get to high school, they are well coached. They understand concepts.
My belief, if you got a good coaches and they develop their kids to play every position on both sides of the ball at a higher level, it's more ways to win the game. It's more ways to win the game. You can adjust.
You can say the same thing about college. When you go to college, you be a redshirt freshman. What's the difference between a redshirt freshman and a regular freshman?
I don't know nothing about. I don't know nothing.
But this is what I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to explain something to you. A redshirt freshman and a regular freshman is not the same thing, but they're classified as the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They classified almost the same thing, but they're not the same thing. It's a difference. It's an advantage. That redshirt freshman got one.
I'm saying that let the date be the same all over youth football.
But I'm asking you why.
Why not? Well, you mean why?
Why? Because the top.
What's the advantage?
The top
you saying it is a disadvantage, right? You're just saying that.
Because, so basically, you got to do something different for your league to be more exciting, right? So what Battle did was their cutoff date.
That I don't understand it. The deal is that I don't understand. What I'm saying to you, if youth football is kids from certain age, like 8, you want to say 7 now. Now they got 6, and it goes to 13 or 14, and goes to college, go to high school, right? And you got certain rules, right? Certain age difference, certain, I don't know, a kid that turns 12 before another kid turns 12 and later in the year is different. That's what you're saying. It's different in development, different in size, different in weight. That's what you're saying, right?
It's different. Yeah, it's different. So it's different.
And what's the percentage of kids is at that level because of that? What is the percentage?
In Battle?
Yeah, because I know some kids that's older and can't play a lick of football.
But that goes by, like you said, coaching and everything else.
That's what I'm saying. You can't take out coaching, and you can't take out playing at a high level in all the positions. You may be at a higher level in a running back position, but your line can't block. Or your kids can't tackle on the other end. And that's why it's like that. It's never going to be, Jay, it's never going to be one dominant kid, 2 dominant kids in a team, and everybody else sucks. It's not going to be that. That's not a fundamentally sound team. There will be a team that competes on 22 positions on a high level will beat any team with 1 kid or 2 kids.
It is possible because you know why? How long is a football play? Let's be real. How long is a football play?
How long is a football play? What?
One play in football. How long is it?
How long is the game?
No. One play, an offensive play or a defensive play. How long is a football play?
Seconds.
How many seconds?
Seconds.
Yes. A football play is 3 seconds, right? So guess what? You can get somebody to stand in front of somebody for 3 seconds for the running back to score a touchdown.
Yeah, Jay, because there's no tackling.
But what I'm saying, what you're saying is that is no a one kid, a running back can't be dominant. They can be dominant. If you teach your line how to stand in front of somebody for 3 seconds, that's it.
If you got a defense that competes on 11 positions in defense at a high level, they would neutralize any one player or 2 players.
First of all, everybody has a weakness in their defense.
That's what I'm saying. I don't care about no age. I don't care about no age. You just, if a team plays at a high level in all positions, it's hard to beat that team. They know what to do. They're playing together. Help me out, Tom.
It's all a system. It's all a system. The Patriots, the NFL, the New England Patriots didn't win because they had.
Talking about youth football, Jay.
I
can't talk about that.
It's a system.
These are paid players.
It's a system you run. The New England Patriots didn't have the best receivers in the league. They never had the best receivers, but the system that they had worked.
Jay, this is what I'm saying to you. At the youth football level, you got kids walking up, learning the game every season, right? Every season. You have a kid walking up, learning the game. And some kids you got coming back from next year, coming back from last season, and they still develop, right? Because the kid is 30 days older, or maybe, I can't say 30 days. He's going to July. They're 7 months older than any other kid. Some is 7 months, 6 months, 30, all the way down to maybe 1 month. From 1 month to 7 months older than a kid. At a high level, it is not proven at a high level that that's an advantage. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because a kid, you don't get enough of those kids anyway, filling up a team.
Coach, what do you think, Coach?
Man, it's just easier if everyone playing on the same playing ground, right? At the end of the day, right? There is a small advantage. I'm not saying it's a huge advantage. It's an advantage, right? There's a lot of different advantages. I think the age cutoff, if you ain't playing on the same, for I guess for a tournament, whatever it is, what it is. But I mean, when you get into regular season, you got to be playing on the same playing ground. I think there can definitely be advantages to it. I mean, I got several kids that could be playing with me, but they turn, August, whatever the date is, they have to stay down, right? Or they got to stay up.
It's a difference of a straight 10-year-old and a 10-year-old turning 11. It's a difference. It is a difference.
Coach Justin, tell me the disadvantage and how many kids. You talk about you got some kids on a certain team, right? Tell me the disadvantage of those kids that you got. That's not over.
Because them kids on his team would kill everybody else.
No, I'm talking.
Yeah, I mean, if you got the older kids, they're going to be, in some cases, they could be a whole year older than kids, right? I guess it's not a huge deal, right? It's youth football, they'll figure it out. And in some cases, they older and they can stay down and dominate, right?
Mm-hmm.
They can stay down because of their birthday and dominate against kids. My thing is always, you could stay down, I don't know, make it up a grade, you in 5th grade. Now you're going to go dominate against 4th graders where you should, in my eyes, you're really trying to play with your grade, and the right grade is that age in a lot of cases. So
some teams, a lot of teams don't have that luxury. Some does, some don't, right? Right? Mm-hmm. So when you get that type of player, right, and you coach it against that type of player, that stops you from coaching, that stops you from adjusting, it stops you from you gotta play.
You gotta play the game.
You gotta play the game. So a lot of people is hung up on this. You can't be hung up on this little thing. Sometimes they use it as excuses. I don't really want to hear it. I don't like talking. It is what it is until they make everything the same, which I don't understand why not. But until they make everything the same.
I'm just telling you, man, like being that I've been to nationals, I know for a fact you have an older lighter team against a straight age team, that older blighted team is going to win. It's just common sense.
Yeah, I don't. It's one solution to this answer. Everybody at the same age in youth football.
And technically, football or the nuke is really a 2-year process. It's a 2-year process.
It's just too much. It's too much excuses. I call excuses and complaining about something that they can change tomorrow.
But why would you change it if it ain't broke? That's all I'm asking you.
Yeah, but why not change it? Because y'all talking about it. If it ain't an advantage, y'all wouldn't be talking about it. Nah, that's a bit. Yeah.
No, why would national tournaments change their age group for another national tournament?
I'm not talking about when it gets there. I'm talking about a universal age, period.
But that's what I'm saying. We go by
youth football. I'll stop making it like it's something else. It's youth football.
We're going by different national cutoff that's been around for years. So that's what I'm asking you.
They can make it all the same. That's it, period.
But I'm asking you why. Why would they change their cutoff?
I'm saying why not? It's youth football.
So why wouldn't the last?
That's what I'm saying. You're making it.
The last national tournament. Why wouldn't the last national tournament change their cutoff to 731?
Yeah. It's got to be a universal number that everybody respected. We're not saying about running tournaments and having advantages over different tournaments and different leagues. It's kids. It should be a universal age. That's it.
The majority of the nation goes by 731. So
if that's the majority, no, serious. And I'm a numbers guy. If that's the majority, make everything the same.
But guess what? Yeah, you're right.
And let's end that conversation because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but what makes it? Well, what makes you stand out from other national championships?
I can't get into that. I can't get into that. No, I can't get into that.
I'm just saying you changed the age cutoff. That makes your tournament different than everybody else.
See, I can't. It's like apples and oranges. I can't get into that. That has nothing to do with football. Nothing. Youth football at this level, kids come in and they learn the game and they develop. It's not like high school where it starts. You're getting picked to play in high school. You try out. You go to college. You're being recruited. to go play in college and you're being drafted to play in the pros. That's different. That's different. Youth football is the only sport that you show up at the park no matter what skill set you are and you play. Let's not make it difficult. Let's not make it, come on. Let's not make it tough. It should be a universal age. And if the 31st is the majority, make it like that. And everybody can point to it. And it's be quiet and play the game.
And this is why a lot of people won't play, because of that rule.
That's one of the reasons we need to get rid of that, because it's stupid. It's stupid. When you look at it, it's the dumbest game. Come on, kids is kids. No one's never going to have a team that dominates on all divisions, have older kids. No one's never going to have that. We talking about a few players.
Exactly. Players can make a difference.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't make a difference. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. The way this game is set up is a team sport. It shouldn't make a difference. At this level. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, well, I've been to nationals and I saw a kid on the what they call it, Rockburg Elite. His name was Kiki. This kid dominated nationals 3 years in a row by himself. By himself. Everybody blocked him. By himself, he dominated nationals.
Okay. Jay, I'm not. You saw more football than I did, but the thing is this. The national product that all the good teams don't go. You know that.
Yeah, I'm just telling you how it works, the landscape.
I know, but the deal is we don't know the competition of the country. We don't know it. Teams that's good don't show. Don't go. Some that does. Some that has a financial advantage, and they go. They travel. That doesn't mean they're the best. So it's hard to grade youth football on a position level. It's very, very hard because everybody is not the same. Now, high school, if he dominates in high school, because everyone is picked to play.
Mm-hmm.
They recruited, they picked to play, and they put the team together. So it's different. When you do it in high school, you got to go, wow, he's All-American, and he's this, he's that. College recruit them, and then if he does it in college, how many runner-ups for the Heisman Trophy?
So I know you're
automatically in the pros.
Yeah.
So, it's only a few, man. It's only a few. The numbers get lower. So at youth football level is a high number because it's the competition on the positions is not at a high level. That's it. That's all. Stop making it bigger than what it is.
I know we gotta
get out of here, man. Thanks, Jay.
Hold on, real quick, Milt.
Yeah, you gotta say. I'm sorry, Jay.
So, Coach, I know it's been a long time. Upstate football been together, like as big as like you just said about your AYF thing. What's the landscape of your regionals?
I guess so. The way that our regionals work, we would, because my team, we in a different conference this year. We're AYF last year. We did navigate all the way through to nationals. So obviously you win your conference and then you play. I guess it would be Metro AYF. So for the New York State champion, and then you would go to the Big East region. Which they announced the Big East region, you'd be a semifinal and a final down in Maryland. Last year, we went through that. And you got teams from Philly, parts of DC, all the way up north is kind of the Big East region for AYF. Obviously, you win that and you get the ticket to Kissimmee.
Okay. So you played 3 games, 3 regional games? I remember back
2. So semifinals and then finals.
Okay, because I remember back
how many games is that?
That's 2.
2
games.
Oh, 2
games. At least that's what it was last year.
Each 2 games each. That's 4 games total.
No, 2 games. You play the semifinal, then the championship.
Oh,
so the semifinal would be against. You said Metro North.
Metro would be the New York State champion. I guess it's 3 games if you count. It would be New York State championship, 1 game, and then two regional games.
When When do you declare D1, D2?
Yeah, I've heard, it's usually a league thing. So that usually I think that's August 15th, something like that, where you fully declare
Okay.
nationals.
Because I remember back in the day, Buffalo. I know Buffalo had did the AYF, and they had came to New York, and we had played Buffalo, and it was the GC Cowboys, the Raiders, whole bunch of teams, and they had came down to New York, the Wolverines. They came to New York, and we played them. And the winner from that regional game went to Florida.
Oh wow! Nah, there's a whole nother layer with the Big East region.
Yeah, I remember back in the days how it was. It was actually pretty interesting because that was the first time really that's when they first started regionals like that. So
yeah, we played a couple teams from Metro AYF last year. We had played Poughkeepsie, New Rochelle. New Rochelle came up to Syracuse. Actually, I'll give Chico and then the whole crew out there a lot of respect. They brought big buses up. They brought all 6 of their teams. We had 2 fields going at once last year up in Syracuse. So a lot of respect to them from New Rochelle coming up. We're hoping to return the favor this year.
Shout out to Nate Adams and them that mentioned.
Yeah, Nate, Chico, and
listen,
Nate,
man,
good dudes. Good dudes.
Listen, no matter if you're in New York City, upstate New York, whatever, they still don't think we can play football around the nation. So, like I said, we room for you guys too. Right, we all New York at the end of the day, and
Correct.
we already face adversity when we go other places. New York can't play football.
Always.
Yeah, man. We want to thank Coach Jay coming in. We want to thank Coach Tom and Coach Justin. I can't pronounce that last name. The
Coach Kyle,
president
easy.
of Salt City Renegades. They in Syracuse. Look them up. Get their schedule. Come support their games. On the Facebook or website and things. And they'll be down here on the 27th and 28th of August. Come check out the games. We will get them games. Jay gonna work hard to get them some games. Jay got them too, but we're gonna really step up and get work for Saturday. And we come out and support them. Tom, Justin, you coming down, right? You're gonna be down here too, also.
Nah, because we're our league starts August 20th. So that's what I was saying before. Our even teams are under our league schedule the 20th. The odds. We're trying to. We're really trying to get some games for the odds.
Okay, what were you saying? We're gonna show them love, and
appreciate that, Jay. Thank you for getting us some games. We'll be in touch, brother.
Yeah. Thank you. And anytime, man, my telephone line, show, whatever you need, give me a call. Anything we can do over on this end, and we will see each other somewhere in the state games, doing something big for the state, for the whole state of New York with youth football. We will see. So thank you, man. Thank Coach Tom left. Thank Coach Tom, and I'll call you up later. And we will get those games for you. So I really appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys
on the show. Just let us
All
know.
All right, guys.
I'm gonna call you so I can get the kind of the terrain up there on China, because I want to cover those teams also.
Absolutely.
What's going on? We got to.
All right, cool.
It's New York, and that's what I'm about. And the excuses. Let's play. Let's play, and we all those excuses at home are going to work itself out. It's football, and just like I said, with football, there's a lot of ways to win and lose. Goodbye, guys. Thank you.
Later.
Joe, you there? Joe? All right. Yeah, we can get off the air.